So excited, so enjoyed by this moment, so grateful for this opportunity, and so blessed to be able to come into your homes, devices, and space. I'm your pastor of Internet and Innovation, Kervance Ross, and you are tuned in to 15 minutes of daily inspiration here at the New Birth Cyber Sanctuary. You're either tuned into our Facebook campus, our YouTube campus, you're on our newbirth.org campus, or you're watching us in some fashion or format of technology, and because of that, we're grateful. Our senior pastor, Dr. Jamal Bryant, has given us the vision to make church more than Sunday morning. We minister to you 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and then you get a chance to see our amazing pastor on Sunday morning. So if you'd stop what you're doing, if you tag some people that you know could benefit from this. For those of you who recognize, I'm in a series. I'm focusing in on exactly what my title allows me to do, Internet and Innovation. So I need you to grab your pastor. I need you to grab your media director. I need you to grab the entrepreneur that you know needs to embrace and enlarge their social media technology and internet platform, and anybody that has an issue with their device or this thing called the internet. Grab them right now. We're about to go into class. We've talked about some basics. We've talked about some strategies. And in technology, social media, and Internet 101, I'm going to go a little deeper. You've been emailing me at our address that we've set up just for you, I, the letter I, as in Internet and Innovation, at newbirth.org. And I'm going to answer 3 of your questions today. But I want to help you understand how this thing works. Many of us don't recognize that the social media platforms allow us to make the world smaller. You heard me tell you that in our first session. We've talked a little bit about Facebook, but now we're going to jump into the YouTube and Instagram component because you've been asking about it, you've been texting, you've been inboxing, and I'm going to give you some steps, some tools, and some dynamics to make this thing work. It does not matter if you're in the marketplace, which is what you do on a daily basis that generates revenue from a professional or purpose standpoint. It doesn't matter if you're in ministry. The word ministry simply means to meet the needs of people. Or if you're in what I call the mainstream, in the phases of your life where when the blinds are closed and you're home, there is a space for social media in each one of those areas. And how do you maximize it on YouTube? How do you maximize it on Facebook? I hope you're ready. If you're ready, type on the screen, I'm ready. If you haven't tagged at least 3 people, do it now because class is now in session. So when it comes down to YouTube, how do you make this thing work? I'm going to give you 3 words for each segment of points. So for the first one, it's called to record it, to repeat it, to repost it. To record it, to repeat it, to repost it. So what does this mean? When you are on YouTube and on Instagram, it is important that you record before you do anything what you're getting ready to say. Some of us are not great at impromptu moments. Some of us are not great at the live moment. So in this template, recording allows you to practice it. Recording allows you to get some edits done so you can cut and paste. There are artists in the music world who can go in the booth and give them one take and get out. But there are a lot of artists that need it snipped at the beginning, pasted with what they said in the middle, how they sung it in the end, and have some overdubs done. There's nothing wrong with either way. But you're trying to give people your best presentation. You're trying to allow people to see you at your most excellent level. So you want to record it. You want to get used to seeing yourself on camera, hearing your own voice. And one of the biggest challenges is that many of us don't like how we look and we don't like how we sound. So you need to get to the place that you understand the power of your voice, the nuances in your tone, what allows the aspect of what you're saying to come across. So number 1, in point 1, record it, but point 2, or if we were outlining this, 1A, now we're at 1B, you've got to repeat it. You've got to get to the place that what you say becomes a script. It now has to be repeated to you over and over again so that you know it down pat, as the old people used to say. You need to be able to be clear on your message. If you don't have it written down, you've said it so many times that nobody can hang you up on what you're saying. Nobody can trip you up. And people understand the nuances and the expertise that you're delivering. So you record it, you repeat it, and you've got to repost it. Say it over and over and over again, and repost it in time frames that meet the target seasons of your individual lives. What does that mean? Nobody's preaching from a new Bible, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to break it to you. I know this is the first time you heard it. Preachers are preaching from the same Bible for umpteen years. What they're doing is finding the seasons in life that impact people most. And when they repost it, it impacted somebody this season a different way than it impacted them in the last season. So you've got to record it, you've got to repeat it, and then you've got to repost it. Number 2, Instagram and YouTube, you want to be able to have quality scheduling and partnering. Quality scheduling and partnering. What does this mean, Kervance? You need to be in a place where you're putting quality images up no matter who you are. You don't have to be mega. If I'm talking to churches, many of us will say, you all the new birth. You all got the best equipment, you have the best opportunities, you got all the resources. I can't deliver the same quality that you can. The devil has lied to you. Let me help you understand that quality can be delivered on every level. Quality is matched by context. You can get a high quality iPhone, a high quality Android. You can get a photo shoot done, and it doesn't have to be you looking back. You've got to be looking forward. It's got to be quality matching the target that you're trying to reach. You've got to have quality word. You've got to have a quality product. You have to have the quality resources. Not only do you need quality, but you need to schedule some of this stuff. Because social media is a full-time job. You got to hear me. Social media is a full-time job. You can't do this thing part-time, and you may need to purchase a program. There are software programs online that you can purchase them. And if you spend 15 or 20 hours scheduling them for the next 3 months, it will allow you to be able to hit the highlighted time frames and find success in your scheduling. So you need quality. You need scheduling. You also need partnering. Understand that you are not an expert on everything. And sometimes bringing somebody else in who has a different point of view, a different perspective, can increase your credibility. We talked about that last week. You may need to invite somebody in. Your platform may be Barbara Walters. You're interviewing the best in different areas and different spaces. They may find you credible to get the right message from the right people. You may be in medicine, and your area of medicine may be epidemiology, but you may need to bring a pediatrician in to give a different lens on it. You need to partner. You may be in ministry focused on people from a traditional context, but you may need to bring somebody from a contemporary space in to partner with you. Why? Because these platforms are going to be maximized by the connections that you make to allow your relationships to be deepened. So not only just section 1 or section 2, but finally, the third section is call to action, data capturing, and image creation. It's call to action, data capturing, image creation. Call to action is a marketing term. Understand this and hear me without being insulted. By default, people are dumb by nature. What does that mean? People are dumb to the dynamic that they're only consistently developed by habit. You've heard that we are creatures of habit. You want to test this theory out? Call your nearest and dearest friend. Pick up the phone and say, "Hey girl, how you doing?" She's going to respond by the habit, "I'm fine, how you doing?" "I'm good." And in the midst of the conversation, ask her, "Can you give me that $500 you owe me?" And the immediate response would be, "Huh? Why?" Because we're dumb by nature. You've got to make sure that you put people in the position where you call them to an action that limits their ability to have to think. You've got to put them in a place where you tell them what you want them to do. Go here, purchase here, buy now, move here. You've got to be clear, and a lot of your platforms have these opportunities and options built in. So you need clear call to actions. If somebody does not know what you want them to do, the next thing they're going to do is leave you. Not only do you need a call to action, you need data capturing. Purchase analytics on the back end. I'm going to tell you over and over and over again until you get it, numbers don't lie. You want to be able to capture the data and understand who's following you, why they're following you, what time they're following you, and what they're attempting to gain by following you. And finally, you want to create a proper image. Create an image that targets the people that you're trying to reach. Don't just put on a green suit because you're talking about money, because there is a color psychology that we'll talk about in the next segment, but this will help you both on YouTube and Instagram in the basics. Now that you got that out of the way, let me answer some of your questions. 3 questions that came up. I'm going to try to get to them if I can. If you have questions, email me at I@newbirth.org, and I'll answer your questions weekly. The first question was, what are the technological differences between Samsung and Apple? People have heard me talk about the Apple and the iPhone, and I've told you I'm going to ask for and pray for deliverance for you that are Samsung users. That doesn't mean anything when it comes down to you. If you choose to have a Galaxy, that is okay. The basic difference is that Samsung is about creating new quality, new technology, new features in the most part. They want to give you new features. Generally, though, they create the features and introduce them without testing them out all the way, i.e. the battery, i.e. some of the options. They are about features and feasibility for the average user. Apple is not about features and feasibility as much as it is about updating and perfecting the last issue. Remember, Apple is going to always make sure that whatever happened on the last device is perfected on the next device. They'll do things like Face ID. They'll make sure that you have all of the bugs out. And remember that Apple was designed for techie people. So the whole dynamic of the relationship of Apple is family branding. You need an iPhone, you need an iPad, you need a laptop. You want to use all of it in the family of your technology. Those are the basic differences, and we can get into the deeper weeds later on. Number 2, second question from the email, do you all provide training for those who desire to find their niche in the innovative technology area? So glad you asked. If you have young people, I don't care where you are in the country or in the world, if you're in South Africa, South Carolina, or South Dakota, if you want to help your young person get the development and the training, email us at the same email address, I@newbirth.org, and we are developing a global infrastructure team for interns, and we'll help cultivate and develop each one of your young people. And if you have people who have questions and you need one-on-one, you can get that at that email address. Third question, and I'm out of here. Without a website or Cash App, how do you engage on social media to produce effective online sales? Well, I'm going to have to answer that in the next segment. This will keep you tuned in. Make sure you're tuned in and set your alert that you're following us on every platform, on every location. And I'm going to show you how to use social media to maximize revenue. And I'm going to touch on that a little bit in our next segment. I hope this is beneficial to you because we're all about the great word. But it's going to be impossible for you to reach us in this circumstance and understand how to use your iPhone to maximize your giving and watch God turn it around if you can't even use your device. You don't know anything about Facebook or the platforms we're using, and we want to galvanize this for you. I'm out of my time. How quickly does time fly when you're having fun? I really want you to be made better, and we live in a technological society. It's not going anywhere. We want you to win at all costs. So if you see the prompts on the bottom of the screen, If you take your device out and give your tithes, your offering, or your other expressions of giving, you allow us to continue to impact people all over the globe. You know, it's about 365, and we believe that whatever you've been dealing with, over the course of the year, God is going to turn it around in one day. Secondly, we don't want you to just be committed visitors, committed followers. We want you to be consistent family. And we want to offer Christ to you right now. If you now go to this prompt that you see on the bottom of the screen, joinnewbirth.org, we are waiting for you. We want to be connected to you, and we want you to follow the Christ that you see within the auspices of New Birth and in our lives. And finally, if you need prayer, we're ready to pray for you. There are intercessors and prayer warriors right now waiting to get your prayers up to the man upstairs. If you just email us at prayer@newbirth.org, we can get it done right now. I appreciate you. Thank you for all of the texts, the emails, the correspondence, the shares. Don't stop. Don't quit. Keep sharing, keep tagging, keep texting. Follow us right now on every platform. And stay where you are. We got more announcements. We thank you. I love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Have a drama-free and virus-free week. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.
New Birth. It's that time for our 365 virtual celebration. We're giving God all the glory. Sunday, November 8th.
So as a debt-free ministry, can you imagine how much further we will be able to go?
Above tithes and offering worship experience. Let's get in corporate agreement for $500,000 to continue to do the work of the ministry.
I am excited. I got mine ready. So please
pray about your 365 seed and make a pledge today by texting NB365 to 71441 or visit newbirth.org and complete our commitment card. Also join us for our 365 prayer call every Tuesday beginning October 13th at 7:30 a.m. Our pastor will lead us into our first Tuesday of fasting. The dial-in number is 712-775-7438. Every Tuesday, take a moment to pray, study the word, and refrain from consuming any meat, fried food, sweets, or soda. And our 365 line is available for pre-order. Pick up some exclusive custom merch. Supply is limited. Order today. You know where at Call to Conquer. And pick up the free 365 wristband at our King's Table from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. or at the Call to Conquer bookstore between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Saturdays in October. Each and every Saturday, our King's Table feeds over 8,000 people. Our volunteers and staff will be serving the community from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m.
Hello, just want to say thank you to New Birth and Pastor Bryant. I think this is a great service that you offer to the community, that people who are hurting are able to come get good quality food and learn about how to vote and how to change our community. So I just want to say thank you very much.
If you or anyone you know are in need of free groceries, stop by the Family Life Center from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. this Saturday. It's almost here. It's the Vaccination Revival. October 20th, 7:30 p.m. with Dr. Jerome Glenn, Pastor Darius Nixon, and Pastor Tolan Morgan. And you don't want to miss special musical guests. Get ready for Jacqueline Carr.
I know you care before.
The musical stylings of Stout.
I can sing,
And get ready for Miranda Curtis.
This is the day that the Lord has made, yeah.
October 20th, 7:30 p.m. Log on and be blessed. Also, we're calling all young people. Emerging Generations has some exciting events planned for this month. Are you ready for game night? Our virtual poetry and music cafe, meetups, and much, much more. Please visit newbirth.org for details and to sign up. Thank you for joining us in our worship experience. God bless you, and we look forward to you joining us for our Vaccination Revival on Tuesday, October 20th.